This hair look real good, and guess what? I grew it myself. Wow, this is growing out of my scalp. Like, look, no lace, no lace, just edges. Yes, she has edges too.
No, I don't wanna collab, no, unless I hit you up.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. If you happen to be new, my name is Denasiha. She, looking mighty fine in rare form today, is Adira, and welcome to our channel. So today's video is going to be on my 5 tips for hair growth, but I don't really like to say that. I prefer to say length retention, because hair growth and maintaining the length that you grow out of your scalp are 2 completely different things, but that's going to be for another video on another day. Today, I'm just going to be sharing with you all the things that I've learned over the years. And just to give my, what's the word? My, not references, my, not experiences, my, what is this? What is the word that it's not certification, that's not right. What's the word? I don't know. But just to prove that I do kind of know what I'm talking about, I have been natural since 2012. I big chopped not once, but twice. And I had an undercut that was fully shaved that I later brought up to the sides and had full shaved sides and undercut. So technically, I've grown out my hair from scratch 2.8 times. So I know a little bit, okay? Also, I am very big on informing myself and learning a lot of things, and my passion is spreading natural hair knowledge, healthy hair knowledge to others like yourself. So thank you so much for clicking on my video. But I will say, with all of the times that I have chopped all my hair off or shaved it off, this is definitely the longest my hair has ever been in my life, other than maybe like childhood, but I don't remember. We weren't measuring inches at that time. But this is definitely the longest that I have ever grown out my hair personally. So I'd like to share with y'all how I got here. So for today's video, this is going to be my 5 most useful, helpful, tried and true for me tips for how to grow and maintain the length that you grow on your hair. So if that's something that you guys are interested in seeing, just keep watching. That's coming up next. So wait, don't go anywhere. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you actually like my videos. There's a lot of y'all out there. Subscribe, okay? It helps me and it helps you so that you get to see more of me. And it's a win-win situation, right? Okay. All right, let's go. My number 1 tip is going to be something that you guys might cringe a little, because guess what? It involves some work. It involves time. It involves patience. And that is like the biggest thing that I feel like is hard. We get this title a lot, and it's not true, okay? You just need to educate yourself. But tip number 1 is the fact that I know my hair. I have taken the time to do my own hair. I take the time to experiment with things and realize, okay, I don't like the way that felt. My hair was dry when I used that product. My hair was too soft when I was doing this. You have to experience your hair to figure out what works. And guess what? There's no single product that's going to do that for you. There's no biotin peel that's going to do that for you. And there's just nothing that's going to make it all happen at once. And everybody wants everything to be quick, fast money, fast fitness goals, fast hair growth. Fast doesn't work. Period. I'm sorry. I have to start with this one because I feel like this is the most important one. Is you have to know what your hair needs, how you like your hair to feel, and what makes your hair thrive. And unfortunately, that takes time. That takes trial and error. And I have put the work in, and I now have my routine down pat to the point where if my hair is feeling one way, I know exactly what she needs to fix that. Whatever. I know what she needs, and it's a relationship. It's give and take, okay? The more effort I put into my hair, the more she grows, the more length that I keep, and the better she looks. So tip number 1 is going to be to take the time to get to know your hair, okay? It's mandatory. Tip number 2 is going to be moisture, providing enough moisture to your hair. Our hair thrives on moisture, okay? Get your hair wet. You need to get your hair wet. You need to get your hair wet. I personally wash my hair every week, once a week. I cleanse my hair, I soak it in the shower. All that water gets in there, she soaks it up, and then the products that I use on my hair afterwards are to keep that moisture in my hair. So my hair is very well moisture trained, and I don't have a lot of dryness because of that. Dryness leads to breakage. Breakage leads to not having length. Not having length makes you think that your hair is not growing. Okay. That also goes with tip number 1, where you need to know the correct things to do to moisturize your hair, because it's going to be different for everybody. Alrighty, and my tip number 3 for how I have been able to maintain the length and the health of my hair is just overall staying away from damage in any way that I can. Now, obviously, there's like a million different types of damage out there, but there are a few that I know I am prone to that I try my best to stay away from. For example, I have very fine hair, meaning my hair is very delicate. It can break, snap, crackle, pop very easily. So one thing that I do to avoid having that type of damage, I finger detangle. I do not use combs, dim-in brushes, or anything like that while my hair is soaking wet. In the shower, no combs, nothing like that. And that's just one step that I take to make sure I'm not causing any damage while going through my hair, detangling, all that stuff. Another thing that I've had to learn over time was to just stay away from color, mainly staying away from bleach. I used to use a lot of color back in the day. My hair has been purple, red, orange, green on accident, blue. Yeah, she used to go crazy. And red. Red was my color. I have learned my lesson. It took me about 2.5 years to do so, but I've learned my lesson, and I just stay away from bleach, period, and I stay away from color a lot more than I used to. If I want color, I'm gonna make a wig. I got a bunch of them down there. Okay. And then there's the simple things, like I use satin lined scrunchies. I make sure I don't ever really lay on my hair while it's out. I almost always have it covered up. You can get a satin pillowcase, which I'm about to get a silk one. I'm gonna invest in one because I'm tired of the hat. It always slides off. And okay, anyway. Those silk satin pillowcases, silk satin scarves, bonnets, hats, anything that you can do to protect your hair, okay? Alrighty, and then for my 4th tip is low manipulation. Now, protective styling can also be wrapped up into this, but low manipulation has been a game changer for me. I want to say about a year ago, or a little over a year ago at this point, I realized that I was over manipulating my hair. I love my hair. I love to do my hair. It's enjoyable for me, but I was doing my hair way too much, and I was noticing that my hair was not growing past a certain length, and that's because I was causing damage by doing it. Believe it or not, that is a thing. If you always have your fingers running through your hair, you're always pulling it up, pulling it back, braiding it, twisting it, doing all this stuff, that can cause damage just from over manipulating, and that's what I was doing for years. So I started to go on a routine where I would pick a hairstyle for the week and try my best to just leave it like that for the full week. Then I'll take it out for a wash day, do it again, pick another hairstyle for a week. So I started doing that for about a year, and I was noticing a lot of growth, and I loved it. So I was like, ooh, I wonder if I can do like a week and a half or 2 weeks. I tried that. My scalp does not like that. My scalp needs to be cleansed every week. So I stick to the 1 week, or if I have my hair braided or under a wig, I might stretch it to 2 weeks, but typically I'm not gonna go any longer than that without washing, deep conditioning, and restyling my hair. Low manipulation has been probably the most beneficial thing for me, was just to leave your hair alone, let her do her, relax, okay? You're doing too much. Calm down. And then my tip number 5 is going to be very unconventional, and y'all are probably going to suck your teeth and be like, girl. But listen, I promise this is just as important as the products that you pick, the videos that you watch, the styles that you choose, okay? My tip number 5 for how I've gotten my hair to the point that I've gotten to right now and over the years. I love my hair, y'all. I genuinely love my hair, okay? And it shows, because everyone's like, oh my gosh, you do so much. Oh, how do you like do all these things by yourself, and you blow out your own hair and you braid your own hair? Because I enjoy it, okay? And I'm not telling you that you have to enjoy the process of everything you want results for, because I don't always enjoy working out. But I do it. You do have to at some point understand that this is a part of who you are. This is a part of you. It is physically attached to your body. And if you don't love it, you're not going to care for it. If you don't care for it, you're not going to get the results that you want. So it really irritates the shit out of me when people don't want to put any effort into their hair, but then they always voice their frustrations about how their hair doesn't cooperate or how their hair is dry or they have all these issues. And I'm like, well, what have you done to try to fix it? And if you've done things and they're not working, what have you done to try to learn how to fix it? Nothing? Oh, just cut all your hair off then. Just go bald. It's cute. It looks good on some people. Just do that, because if you're not going to put any effort into it, don't complain about not getting the results that you want. I completely understand that like some people actually have issues like alopecia and health issues that can prevent them, but I'm talking about the general population of you're just being lazy, you don't want to take the time to learn, and you're not going to get anywhere like that. That is like my tough love, okay? You have to at least like your hair a little bit, okay? You don't have to like be completely obsessed with it the way that I am, but you gotta at least like it to want to do it or to want to learn. Or if you have the money, go pay someone that loves to love hair, okay? Don't find somebody that's just gonna rip your shit. Oh, sorry. Don't find just anybody that's just trying to like get some money to do some hair. Find someone that genuinely loves to do hair and to educate you on your hair, because that is just going to show up. I feel like that just like flows through your hands. Do y'all remember when we were kids and they would say that like certain stylists had growing hands? I don't know if that's like a southern thing, or I just remember having certain stylists that people would say, oh, she has growing hands or he has growing hands. And I believe that that comes from within, and that's the love that they feel towards what they're doing, and whatever they touch grows. If you take anything from this video, just know that anything worth having takes effort and it takes time. Nothing is gonna happen quickly. Like I said, I have been natural since 2012. How many years is that? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're about to go to 2021. That's almost 8 years that I've been natural. And I will say only about 3 of those years have I been progressing on an incline and not messing up and damaging my hair and getting frustrated, okay? So 5 of my 8 years was figuring it out. So my goal is to help you guys figure that out in a lot less time than 5 years, okay? Because it really shouldn't take that long for you to figure out a part of yourself, because that's all that it is. That got a little deeper than I was expecting for it to get, but it's really important. It's important to me, and I want it to be important to you guys, okay? It's more than just picking products. It's more than surface level. I think everything in life is more than surface level, and everybody wants a quick answer, but there is no quick answer for anything, especially when it has to do with you and you're asking somebody else for the information, okay? Take the time and figure it out. You will appreciate it so much more after you do that. Okay, all right. back to the agenda. So just as a recap of my 5 helpful tips for how to not only grow your hair but maintain the length that you have once it's grown out. You want to make sure that you get to know your hair so that you know exactly what it needs and what works for you. You want to make sure that you get a good moisture routine. Moisturized hair grows, dry hair breaks. So that's also a part of knowing your hair. You got to figure that out, okay? I can give you some tips, but you got to try them and see what works. And then tip number 3 is just staying away from damage as much as you possibly can. Cover it up, trim your ends. Make sure you're not just sleeping on it. Make sure you're not ripping all the knots out of your hair and causing more damage than. The 4th tip is trying your best to stick to low manipulation styles or protective styles as much as possible. Excuse me. And then the last corny but very important tip is to love your hair. Fall in love with the process, because nothing is going to happen fast, okay? But it will be worth it in the end. Thank you guys so much for listening to me run my mouth. Once again, I hope that these tips were very helpful. If you learned something, leave a comment or a thumbs up and let me know what you learned. And if you have any tips that have worked for you on like an extreme level or a significant level, let me know those as well. Maybe you'll educate me. All right, so don't forget to like and subscribe if you actually like my video, and I'll see you guys next time.